A beautiful rising. Coming to you with another video. Not a quick video, but part two. Things every father should teach their child about life. Got the little one with me. Let's get into it. All right. So we got number one. Self-sufficiency in every single way. All right. We got to teach our children. I make these videos for my child, for all my siblings, all my children, so I can look back in. It'll be a decent video. Sufficiency in every way. Starting off early. It starts off early. It could start off as early as we talked about it in my previous video. The first part, if you haven't seen it, I'll put it in the comments. It didn't get a lot of views, so I didn't push it out, but because I'm making multiple of these, I still will push it out. It was just my anxiety, what I was doing on my channel. This is part two, sufficiency in every way. Learning responsibility young. It can start as early as 5 years old. My child has responsibilities. Us as a family, we help her with them, but they're her responsibilities. Make up a bed, keep her room clean, putting up her clothes. Not necessarily putting up her clothes after washing and stuff like that and folding, but we almost there. Self-sufficiency in every way starts as early as that. Early responsibilities, I remember my mom had me doing a lot of my own stuff, so it's just like ironing clothes, washing your own clothes, folding them, putting them up. Because I realized a lot of parents used to do that for kids, and they never transitioned into them doing it themselves for a matter of years. It wouldn't be long enough. Kids started getting lazy with doing it, and I kind of got to stay on their neck when it comes to a lot of stuff, because it's like when they realize they got to do it as an adult, and then they don't know how to function because they got to do 7 tasks in a day, and 3 of them are minor, like washing your clothes every single week. I've seen young adults go crazy. I've seen young adults go crazy, learning stuff like that real young, not necessarily writing a check, but understanding a bank account, money withdrawn, taxes, property taxes, simple stuff. You know what I'm saying? We can all teach our children about this stuff real early so they can understand what's going on in their area wherever they move to. So if they do decide to ever buy or do hit the lottery or whatever crazy, or do get a great job and they fall in a lump sum of money and they're interested in buying, they have the tools and the thoughts and the necessary will and even to just question stuff and try to understand it from their point of view. You know what I'm saying? Because we gave it to them early, they understand stuff and they don't necessarily need their parents every single step of the way. Some stuff like that. Probably some bad examples, but just some stuff that I thought off the top of my head, because I wrote a script for the video, but gotta improvise. Number 2, accepting accountability for your in all ways, especially for your mistakes. Learning that being wrong isn't bad. You know what I mean? It's crazy as a kid, if you don't hear it and you don't understand it, that you think being wrong is such a negative. Like, if you don't realize there's adults that when they're wrong, they start lashing out. And that starts very young. And that's what I'm saying. That's just an example that I can give you. And then you can look into the world and you can see people, like, when they're wrong, they really be like, it's because they never understood that being wrong is okay. It's not that big of a deal. It's because you never understood those emotions and being able to sit with it. It's okay. Let it go. It's a million things that's going to happen on this planet that might make you cringe. Just stuff that you're going to do at 12, 15, 16, 20, that when you get 25, 30, 35, you're going to cringe at it. You're going to be like, wow. You're going to sit. I do it with myself. You're going to sit late at night. You're going to think about it. You're going to be like, wow, I really did that. That was not smart. It's just life. It's just life. Accepting accountability. It's okay. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to say you're wrong. It's okay to fix it. It's just that does not come with every situation, but you still have to accept accountability. There's going to be a lot of situations where you're not going to be able to correct all your mistakes after you make them, but you still have to accept responsibility. You still have to accept accountability. All right, that's number 2. All right, now number 3, perfection is a myth. You'll get further in life the more you try things and fail and keep going, versus try things and fail and never pick it up again because you felt like you sucked at it. I think we talked about this before. I think I said it in a different way. What's up, Papa? But perfection is a myth. It's okay that you're not good at something. Yeah, we spoke about this a little bit, or how I'm saying it. It's okay to not do something well at first. The more effort you put into it, the better you do. They say if you just give 1% better effort each day, you'll be 100% better. And they say 90 to 100% better if you really want to, than majority of your peers, 80, 90% of your peers. They say putting in that work every single day, putting in a little bit of effort every single day, you'll end up better than 80 to 90% of your peers. Every single time, no matter. There's some fields, I guess, that there's saturation, but never for the kid that started at 12 and is doing it still at 25. Too knowledgeable. You're doing something with it. You're doing something great with it. You know what I mean? That's why I said perfection is not real. It's okay though. And the crazy thing is, that's not going to stop you from striving to be perfect. That's not going to stop you from striving to be close to perfection. But that's okay. You just got to realize there's crazy people in the world like that. And you may be one of them. It's okay. Boom. Number 4, karma is real. Watch how you treat people. Watch the bad deeds that you do. They always come back on you. I even hear it. They even say bad people, it'll seem like they winning for a little bit. It'll seem like they winning. It might seem like they winning their whole life, but like at the end of the day, what I do realize is that karma does come back. Like the roosters do come back to roost. And who knows why, but I do know from what I can understand and energy that you can't just put negativity out in the world and think that you're going to always get positive back. You know what I'm saying? Eventually something's going to catch up with you. In my opinion, as a man, especially when you realize it's better for yourself and better for your energy and better for your karma just to keep a lot of your horrible thoughts to yourself or your energy to yourself or your thoughts and comments, and especially if it's really beating people down. You know what I'm saying? Some people actually struggle with it, and it's just because they've been bullied for so long. They can't help but you see a small fry and then kick it. Probably a bad analogy, but you'll start noticing stuff like that. It's like it's kind of funny because it's like when you realize the bad, like the comments and the stuff and even giving certain people energy, it affects you. You'll start realizing, nah, I'd rather just leave it alone. Just keep scrolling. You see something that you don't like, you see something you want to comment on, you got a negative comment about it, just keep scrolling. Some people it doesn't affect them, but some people it does. That's why I have to make that comment. Karma is real. You do bad eventually will come to you. It's just like, but then on the flip side, and this is, everybody doesn't see it like this or see it this way, but I do. Like the more good deeds that you put out into the world, they multiply. And then it keeps coming. The more good deeds you could do on this planet. And it's an energy because you can't, I think I was talking to a lady in the store about it, or I was talking to the doctor, I can't remember. But I was telling them, there was somebody, no, I think I was at a church. I was talking to one of the deacons, if I'm not mistaken. And I was telling them, I was just like, you want your child to have the energy of wanting to do it. Because you know how kids do stuff and they don't really want it. Because he was telling me like there's the people that serve the food, or if they ask you if you're hungry, if you need something, they're genuinely asking you. And that genuinely part is hard for a lot of kids. And that's what I'm saying. Now I can do stuff now and it's genuine. And it's just because I do it because I want to, because I want to feel good in my heart. Everybody is not like that. Everybody did not learn that. If I can teach my child that early, I'll be showing her something that early on that can lead her down a very good path, because it's like, it don't take much. It don't take much to be helpful. All right, that's number 4. Number 5, some of these were meant for men or young men. That's what I was gearing them towards, but they kind of apply to everybody. This what makes a well-rounded individual. Number 5, Your word means everything. Your honesty is what sets you apart. It's attached to your character. It's attached to your character. It's like I was telling her, I was just like, just imagine everybody in school knows you for one thing. You go in school, like say you move to a school, right? You're known as a new kid. You're known as a new girl. You're known as a new boy. The quiet kid, right? Over the course of a year, staff and teachers start seeing you change, getting louder, more disruptive, joining in with the other bad classmates with the disruption and the name calling and the talking back and the disrespecting. So now you're known as the trouble kid. 1 year turnaround, right? And that's how quickly it can happen. Your character, it can be changed and people can see you in a different light. And I will say this. I keep trying to tell my child, and I'll tell you this again. Your character, like how people perceive you, it travels with you. It's extremely hard. It's easy to maintain a good image throughout years, but it can be damaged in one moment. That was 5 seconds. One moment, that was 30 seconds. One moment, that was 5 minutes. And now everybody sees you in a different light. That's how crazy character is. And the world is so big, so they make it seem like you can really change, but it's just like the world isn't as big as it used to be. Literally, there's access to everything. It's like when people see you one way and people want to broadcast it and they want to make you look bad because they feel like you're really an evil individual, that's when you become like a world, renowned, like evil, negative figure. And that's how bad the internet has gotten. That's why they say the internet has not done anything good for the kids, and probably why you won't have a phone, if I'm being honest with you. Let's just be honest. Pootie, 2 more, we're almost done. Let's go. All right, number 6. All right, your body is a temple, and no one has the right to your space or to touch you without your permission. You have the right to say no and don't touch me. Like I said, this was just for kids in general. It's for boys and girls. This is what I'll teach my sons. Your body is a temple. Don't just let people touch you. Just don't let nobody hug you. Don't just shake anybody and everybody's hand. I know it sounds crazy, but like I said, I've been in plenty of situations where people tried to touch my kids that I did not know, that walked up to me, strangers, talking about whatever they was talking about. But just awkward situations, like where people don't ask for permission. It's like a lot of kids don't know, or they don't speak about their body in their bubble, and people actually have permission. And that's when they get, something happens where it's like, ooh, this person did this and this, and I was just like, what did you tell them? And I was just like, did you talk about it? And I know I've seen a couple TikToks of a couple fathers showing that kind of stuff off, and I think that was pretty dope. All right, one more. All right, number 7. You can turn your passion that you love as early as 10, 11, 12 into a paycheck, into a legit business. I say it depends on, it's kind of different on if you play sports or not, but not really right now with NIL deals. But if the kid plays sports, I know a lot of the stuff can still get set up. I don't have a lot of the info on it. I'm just saying I know it can get set up. But don't disservice your kids by not taking their passion seriously. I feel like that's a really big thing. There's so many young kids that I know that I've heard stories of that they wish they had more supportive parents in the things that they were passionate about. And I don't know what your kid is passionate about, but it doesn't take much to allocate a little bit of money to something that they're really passionate about. This could be fighting, and I'm talking about like martial arts, like boxing, or they don't have to go professional, but something that they actually enjoy and they love doing. That's not gonna lead them down a bad path, I should say. It's a couple of things that I gotta admit that I'm not interested in my kids doing, and if they ask me, I'm probably gonna say no. Every parent is different. I know that. I'm not here to judge. I respect anybody's decision to do with their kids, what they do. I'm just saying in a more open sense, there's definitely gifts that your children show that you're magnificent at. And I know the parents, I know y'all, I know who you're talking to, right? Your kid, it's something that they do, and they're extremely good at it. And you don't really know if you want to really push them towards it, but it's like they're so good at it, you gotta make sure that they keep going, if that makes sense. And for my daughter, it's drawing. It's art. It's being an artist. Period. She picked it up. The old man tries to take that like it was in his genes and whatnot. He tries to take that like it was in his genes or whatnot. I think that was pretty funny, but that's number 7. And let's keep it simple. My child's been messing with my shirt this whole time, but much love. Give me a like, comment, subscribe. Sorry if I babbled a little bit. I'll try to do some edits. Much love. We out.